Right, well, this little beauty is a Weeden number 3, and it's very old. They were first made in the late 1840s, believe it or not, and then they were made all the way through till about 1940, I believe. So this could be anywhere through that time period. And quite interesting construction. It's a steel. The firebox part here, from there, that's steel. This is actually brass. Very nice rivet detail on it. There were the first three Weeden engines, the 1, 2 and 3, were all very similar engine on the top here. But there were slight differences. The number 3 has got a deeper firebox and a sight glass. The other two didn't have the sight glass. This is in pretty good condition. It should have a small chimney, which it's missing, and it's missing, I think that's the whistle, and there was a top to the whistle which is also missing, and the safety valve is the lever operated. There should be a little lead weight hanging on there to hold the safety valve closed, but nothing that can't be manufactured. And yeah, I'm looking forward to running. So there's no burner with it, but there was a small round single wick burner, so I've almost certainly got something that will do in its place. But yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to running this. Well, I've done some work on the Weeden model number 3, stripped it down, cleaned all the parts up, which I have to say have come up very nicely indeed. I think the mainstay of it is that these are aluminium castings, I think, going by the colour that they came up after they were cleaned. It's a very simple design, this engine, and excellent for that. So yeah, so basically all we're going to do now is put it all back together, see if we can get the engine and the safety valve to seal into the boiler, and then hopefully we can steam it. So yeah, it's looking quite nice. Well, here's the Weeden number 3 after some serious cleaning. Cleaned up very well indeed, actually. Both the engine castings, this all seems to be aluminium actually, and the brass boiler and the steel firebox all cleaned up rather nicely. I made a few bits for it, smokestack, which I'm still not sure about. I think I might have made that a little tall. I think it might possibly need to be slightly shorter. Whistle top here, and my first attempt at casting a safety valve weight. I was scratching my head as to what to use. I'll come in a bit closer on the top there. I was scratching my head as to what to use as a mould, and I was looking at the pictures of some of the Weeden safety valve weights. Now, some of them were spherical, but an awful lot of them were sandcastle shape, for want of a better word, like an upside down bucket. And suddenly occurred to me that a thimble, an ordinary thimble, might be the right shape and size, and you can buy them fairly cheaply on eBay, pick up thimbles fairly easily, and yeah, it turned out to be quite a good mould for the lead. So basically it's just that's just a thimble that's been filled up with lead, and it's the mould. Now, I haven't weighed it. I've read on the forums anyway that they're normally around about 26 grams, so I need to weigh that. So I don't even know whether it's heavy enough or not. But yes, it looks really nice. Now, obviously I don't have a burner for it, but I'm sure I can find one that will do the job nicely. So yeah. Now, the question is, will it run? Well, probably not. I'm going to give it a go, but I've had to use new gasket material to make up the gaskets for the engine and for the safety valve, and I'm not entirely sure they're going to seal properly. I mean, we can try it, but I just don't know. But it certainly has come up very nice indeed, and it looks the part. And as I said previously, this could be quite an old engine, because these were first produced in the late 1800s. So anyway, let's give it a go. Well, after several attempts, I've tried very hard to steam the little Weeden 3 here, but unfortunately I just cannot get the engine and safety valve to seal. I've been using various thicknesses of gasket material to do this, and it just won't seal properly. Now, reading Frank Campbell's website, Weeden, he said he's had very good results using silicone gaskets made cut from cake tin, silicone cake tin liners. So obviously cake tin's the flavour of the month at the moment. So I'm going to have a go. I'm going to get some of those and make some gaskets, and hopefully we can get it running on steam. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with the motor at all. So I'm going to do something I don't normally do, and that is run it on compressed air. Right, compressor's running. We should have enough pressure to get the engine running. Yeah, there we go. That's about 10 psi. As you can see, there's not really anything wrong with the engine at all, really. There we go. Running away quite happily. Obviously I don't know how old this particular Weeden 3 is, but as I said previously, these can be very old indeed, as in the 1800s. So it's nice to see it running. I mean, you know, obviously even at its newest, it was made in the 1940s, which still makes it a very old engine. So there you go. A nice example of a Weeden 3 running on compressed air, unfortunately. But like I said, if I can get these, get a silicone gasket to seal the safety valve and the main engine, then we will have another go at running it on steam. But for now, at least it runs, even though it's only on compressed air. So I hope you enjoyed this short video on the Weeden 3. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.